This parathyroid produces a hormone called parathormone or parathyroid hormone. Immunity plays a great role. So, what is that which is responsible for maintaining good immunity in our body? And this is a very important endocrine gland which prepares a person for 3 F's. So, hormones of adrenal medulla are commonly known as what? Catecholamines. Hello everyone. Welcome back to session 5 of chapter 22 called Chemical Coordination and Integration. Myself, B. Shobharani from the Department of Biology, Vidyashram Pre-University College, the Temple of Excellence. Moving on to the remaining concepts of this wonderful chapter called Chemical Coordination and Integration. Hope you remember in the last session we studied about a very important endocrine gland called thyroid gland. Thyroid gland produces a hormone called thyroxine. So let us study about the chief role of this thyroxine hormone in the human body, or what are the functions of the hormone that is produced by the thyroid gland called thyroxine. Moving on to the functions of thyroid hormone. Functions of thyroid hormone is called thyroxine. Thyroid hormone is called thyroxine. Now let us understand how important this thyroid gland is in carrying on its functions. First, very important is regulates basal metabolic rate, BMR. So it maintains basal metabolic rate. Support formation of RBCs. Support formation of RBC. How important? All of us know, we have studied the blood cells, namely the RBC, how important it is. So this thyroxine hormone produced by the thyroid gland is important for the process of formation of RBCs. Then control metabolism of carbohydrates, protein and fat. See, also even the breakdown process of carbohydrates, proteins and the lipids or the fat is made possible by this wonderful hormone called thyroxine. Then maintain water and electrolyte balance. It is also helpful in maintaining water and electrolyte balance. Hormones secreted by parafollicular cells called thyrocalcitonin. So, I hope you remember I told you all that it is also responsible for maintaining the calcium level in the bones, and that is made possible by this thyroxine. So, hormone secreted by the parafollicular cells is called thyrocalcitonin, which is responsible for maintenance of calcium level in the bones. All of us know how important calcium is for the bone. The more the calcium, more will be the stronger the bones. As we know, bones are the supporting structure of our body. So thyrocalcitonin regulates blood calcium level, and that is hypocalcemia. So the deficiency causes hypocalcemia. Hormones secreted by parafollicular cells called thyrocalcitonin, and thyrocalcitonin is responsible for maintaining the blood calcium levels in the that is the maintenance of calcium levels in the blood. And hyposecretion of thyrocalcitonin leads to hypocalcemia. Right. So functions of thyroid hormone: regulates basal metabolic rate, support formation of red blood cells, control metabolism of carbohydrates, proteins and fats, maintain water and electrolyte balance. Hormone secreted by parafollicular cells is called thyrocalcitonin, which is very much important for regulating the blood calcium levels. And the deficiency, the lesser the thyrocalcitonin, it is called hypocalcemia. Then moving on to the parathyroid glands. Hope you remember, we have come across already the endocrine glands. So in the previous sessions, we have studied about hypothalamus, then the pituitary, then the pineal, than the thyroid gland. So in today's session, we are going to study about the parathyroid gland. Parathyroid gland. So here you can see the parathyroid gland. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So what are parathyroid glands? The very word itself will tell you. 4 parathyroid glands are present on the back side of the thyroid gland. So 4 parathyroid glands are present on the back side of the thyroid gland. They are present on the back side of the thyroid gland. And parathyroid secretes a peptide hormone called parathyroid hormone, or we can also use the word called parathormone. Thyroid produces a hormone called thyroxine, but this parathyroid produces a hormone called parathormone or parathyroid hormone. So then the secretion of the parathormone is regulated by the blood calcium level, hypercalcemia. So the secretion of parathyroid is very much regulated by the blood calcium level. Then stimulates reabsorption of bone calcium. So stimulates reabsorption of bone, that is called demineralization, and increases absorption of calcium from the renal tubule. So it also helps in absorption of calcium from the renal tubule. So as we all know that the tubular part of the nephron, that is PCT, DCT and CT, will do the process of reabsorption of important nutrients back into the peritubular blood capillaries. So this hormone called parathormone, suppose excess of calcium is going to be passed on through urine, then it is reabsorbed by this. So it stimulates or it increases the absorption of calcium from the renal tubules. Then increases absorption of calcium from the digested food also. So it helps in increasing the absorption of calcium. Then along with thyrocalcitonin, it regulates blood calcium. Just like the thyrocalcitonin of thyroid, even parathormone also regulates the blood calcium level. So parathyroid hormone, here you can see the 4 parathyroid hormones present on the back side of the thyroid. So this is the thyroid and these are the parathyroid. These are the parathyroid glands. So 4 parathyroid glands are present on the back side of the thyroid. Parathyroid secretes a peptide hormone called parathyroid hormone, or what does it produce? Otherwise it is called parathormone, or it is called parathyroid hormone, PTH or parathormone. The secretion of PTH is regulated by the blood calcium level, stimulates reabsorption of bone calcium, then increases absorption of calcium from the renal tubule, then increases absorption of calcium from the digested food. Along with thyrocalcitonin, it regulates blood calcium level. See how important even this endocrine gland called parathyroid gland. Moving on to the thymus gland. Next, endocrine gland. So already we have gone through we have already studied about hypothalamus, pituitary, pineal, thyroid, parathyroid. So moving on to thymus gland. What is thymus gland? A lobular structure located on the dorsal side of the heart and the aorta. Here you can see it is located on the dorsal side of the heart and aorta. So it is located on the dorsal side of the heart and aorta. Plays an important role in the development of immune system. So imagine at this point of time where we all are facing this coronavirus, immunity plays a great role. So what is that which is responsible for maintaining good immunity in our body? It is the lymphocytes which are produced in the thymus glands, T lymphocytes. Hence the name T lympho, thymus. Right. So imagine how important immunity is to our body. So thymus gland, which produces a hormone called thymosin. It produces a hormone called thymosin, has a great role to play in the development of the immune system. Secretes a hormone called thymosin. Thymosin play an important role in differentiation of T lymphocytes, which provide cell-mediated immunity. As I said, it is responsible for cell-mediated immunity. We know humoral immunity, cell-mediated immunity, right? Then promotes production of antibodies to provide humoral immunity. So it also promotes production of antibodies for the humoral immunity. It is responsible for cell-mediated immunity by producing T lymphocytes. It is also responsible for humoral immunity by producing antibodies. So overall, it plays a very important role in the development of the immune system. Then it is commonly known as the throne of immunity. See how beautifully this word is given. Throne of immunity. Thymus is called as throne of immunity. Imagine what will happen to our body if we loses immunity. We'll be prone to the diseases very soon. And ultimately, there will be deterioration of the body functions. So imagine how important immunity is to our body. As we already understood at this point of time, where how important immunity is to our body. We can protect ourselves from this coronavirus if we have good immunity. And that is the reason why we are all concentrating on the immunity boosters. So intake of immunity boosters is the need of the hour now. So thymus gland, yet another very important endocrine gland, is a lobular structure. Here you can see it is a lobular structure. It is a lobular structure located on the dorsal side of the heart and aorta. Here you can see dorsal side of heart and aorta. Then plays an important role in the development of immune system. Secretes a hormone called thymosin. Thymosin plays a very important role in differentiation of T lymphocytes. That is, the lymphocytes which are differentiated in thymus are called T lymphocytes. Provide what? Cell-mediated immunity. Promotes production of antibodies by providing humoral immunity. It is commonly known as what? Throne of immunity. And thymus atrophies in old age, decreasing body immune power. As we all know, as we age, will we have the same immunity? Why particularly at this point of time, particularly the people who are above 50 years are prone to coronavirus? Because the immunity level decreases because thymus gland atrophies, means it degenerates. Because as we attain age, the thymus gland will degenerate, and that is the reason why the aged people will not have that much of immunity like the youngsters. So thymus gland plays a very great role in our body. So thymus gland, it is a lobular structure located on the dorsal side of the heart and the aorta, plays important role in the development of immune system, secretes a hormone called thymosin. Thymosin plays an important role in differentiation of T lymphocytes, which provide cell-mediated immunity, promotes production of antibodies to provide humoral immunity. It is commonly known as the throne of immunity. Thymus atrophies, degenerates in old age, decreasing body immunity. So decreasing body immune power. Now, adrenal gland. Now, let us move on to a very important endocrine gland called the adrenal gland. So, this is kidney. Because it is found, as we know, kidney is also called as the renal gland. Here you can see this is the adrenal gland. This is the adrenal gland. It is also called as renal gland. Because it is found above the kidney, it is called adrenal. Above kidney, it is present above kidney, hence it is called adrenal. As I said, kidney is also called as renal gland. Because it is present above the kidney, it is called the adrenal gland. It has a great role to play. Here you can see the outer part is called cortex and the inner part is called medulla. So cortex produces the hormones of its own kind called corticoids. Then medullary hormones. Medullary hormones. So cortex produces the hormones of its own kind and medulla produces the hormones of its own kind. Now let us understand, and this is a very important endocrine gland which prepares a person for 3 F's. That is flight, fight and fear. Fight, flight and fear, 3 F's. It is called, so it also produces a hormone called emergency hormone. You know, at times when there is a sudden shock, so you know this hormone comes to the rescue of human beings, hence it is called as emergency hormone. So now let us understand the very important endocrine gland called adrenal gland. As we know, kidney, it is found above the kidney. There are a pair of kidneys. So So also adrenal glands will be a pair. So one pair of adrenal gland located on top of each kidney. So a pair, one pair means one each. Then each adrenal gland is composed of two types of tissues. So centrally located, it is called medulla. So centrally located tissue called adrenal medulla. Peripheral tissue called adrenal cortex. So this is peripheral. Peripheral means outside. Hence it is called cortex. So this is inner. Centrally. So that is one each adrenal gland is located on the kidney of each kidney. Each adrenal gland is composed of two types of tissues. As we know, the whole of the adrenal gland is divided into peripheral cortex called adrenal cortex and the inner or centrally located medulla. So it is called as adrenal medulla. So the whole of the adrenal gland is divided into adrenal cortex and adrenal medulla. Adrenal medulla. Now, adrenal medulla secretes two hormones called adrenaline or epinephrine, noradrenaline or norepinephrine. So, adrenal medulla produces two very important hormones called adrenaline or it is otherwise called epinephrine, noradrenaline or norepinephrine. So, let us understand once again about this adrenal gland. So here you can see the beautiful picture because it is found above the kidney, it is called adrenal. So the whole of the adrenal gland is divided, that is each adrenal gland is present on either side of each kidney and the outer part of adrenal is called, the peripheral part of adrenal is called adrenal cortex and the centrally located medulla is called adrenal medulla. So adrenal cortex produces the hormones of its own kind called cortical hormones and medulla produces the hormones of its own kind called medullary hormones. Then as I said, adrenal glands are located on the top of each kidney. Each adrenal gland is composed of two types of tissues, centrally located tissue called adrenal gland, adrenal medulla and peripheral tissue called adrenal cortex. Adrenal medulla secretes two hormones, namely adrenaline or you can also use the word called epinephrine, noradrenaline or norepinephrine. Now let us understand the importance of these hormones. So hormones of adrenal medulla are commonly known as catecholamines. They are also called as medullary hormones, or they are also called as catecholamines. So these are called medullary hormones or these are also called as what? The hormones are called catecholamines. So adrenaline and noradrenaline are rapidly secreted in response to stress of any kind during emergency situations and are called as emergency hormones. So adrenaline is called as emergency hormone. Is called as emergency hormone, which prepare a person for 3 F's. What are the 3 F's? Here, flight, and fright. Right? So catecholamines are also known as 3F hormones because they play a great role in managing stressful conditions like flight, and fright. So hormones of adrenal medulla are commonly known as what? Catecholamines. Adrenaline and noradrenaline are rapidly secreted in response to stress or any kind of emergency. For example, like you come across, so it's a very, very important hormone to protect the heart. Particularly, when there is a sudden shock, shock received, so obviously the heart will be affected. So in order to protect the heart, this emergency hormone is released so that it can protect the heart. So adrenaline and noradrenaline are rapidly secreted in response to stress of any kind during emergency situations and are called emergency hormone. Catecholamines, as I said, the medullary hormones are called catecholamines. Cortical hormones, corticoids, that is about adrenal cortex. So are also known as 3F hormone because they play a great role in managing stressful conditions like flight, fight and fright. Hope you all have understood about three very important hormones, that is about the functions of thyroxine. Then we have studied about the thymus gland. Then we have studied about the adrenal gland. So how important these hormones are, these endocrine glands are. So in the previous sessions also we have come across we have understood how important this neuroendocrine system is in our body. Just like we have come across hypothalamus, how important it is, and it produces two very important hormones called oxytocin and vasopressin, and it is received by the posterior pituitary. Then pituitary, hence hypothalamus is called master of master gland. Pituitary is called master gland. As we know, the anterior pituitary produces the hormones of its own kind like GH, FSH, then MSH, then LH, right? Whereas the posterior pituitary receives the hormones of the hypothalamus, namely the oxytocin and vasopressin. Also, we have studied about thyroid gland playing a very great role in producing thyroxine hormone, and thymus, which is a very important endocrine gland, and the hormone produced by thymus gland called thymosin plays a great role in developing immune system in our body. And we also studied about adrenal gland, a very important endocrine gland which prepare a person for 3 F's: flight, and fright. So moving, and in the coming session will be discussing about the remaining endocrine hormones. Till then, goodbye and thank you.